Hello everyone and welcome to Storytime with Miss Taryn. Today we are going to be talking about teachers and school. So I'm sure all of you have experienced some changes in your going to school routine in the past year because of COVID, whether you're in daycare or preschool or elementary school or you're homeschooled. That has changed the way that you go to school, you interact with your friends, and especially your teachers. So I know it's been a hard year on you guys, and it's definitely been hard on our educators in the classroom and childcare facilities. So that's why I wanted to do a story time on school and teachers. So as we read our stories and sing our songs today, I want you to just think about and appreciate all the really great teachers that you have in your life. All right, so first of all, like we always start off, we're going to sing our hello song, and then we will get started with our books. All right. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Good job. Now, to get us in the mood for going to school, we're going to sing a song to the tune of "A hunting we will go, a hunting we will go." And instead of saying "a hunting we will go," we're going to say "it's off to school we go." All right? You ready? And it may sound different from the way you've had school for the past year, but hopefully we'll be back doing that sometime soon. All right, here we go. It's off to school we go. It's off to school we go. We'll take our lunch and ride the bus with everyone we know. Off to school we go. It's off to school we go. We'll learn our ABCs and more with everyone we know. All right. That one's pretty simple, but it just tells about some of the fun things that you do at school. All right. So first of all, we're going to get started with our first book, and that one is Substitute Creacher. Have you ever had a substitute teacher in your class? I bet you have. I think everyone has at some point or another. And substitutes are wonderful people that spend their time waiting and helping, filling in for teachers when they have other stuff going on or they're sick for some reason. So this book is funny. It's a little scary if you were in the book, but it's really a funny story about a substitute creature, which is this guy up on the front page. So we're going to learn about him and his backstory and how he scares the children in this story. All right, so this is by Gall. Ooh, so even here in the end pages, we've got a picture of this substitute creature going to school. There he is, arriving at the school. On a windswept day in late October, the students of Mrs. Jenkins' class arrived to a surprise at school. "Substitute teacher today," announced Peyton. Amanda giggled and scribbled on the chalkboard. Luke performed a circus act, and Gavin laughed like a mad scientist. Then, at precisely 8 o'clock, the door to the classroom creaked open. The substitute entered the room. And if you look closely, you can see got the tentacles of the creature. "Good morning to all. My name's Mr. Creacher. Miss Jenkins has asked me to step in as teacher. She claims that this class has grown quite out of hand, so I'm here to warn you, we're taking a stand. If you're plotting some mischief, please don't even try. In the back of my head, you'll find more than one eye." So the kids are laughing at the way he spoke. Gavin opened a fresh box of tacks. The creature glared. Luke drew an eye on his own forehead. Mr. Creature didn't think that was funny at all. "Attention all scamps, all rascals and fools. For 49 years I've visited schools. I've visited schools and collected some tales whose lessons are grave about boys and girls who didn't behave. They'll give you the goosebumps. They'll shiver your skin. Now pay strict attention. It's time we begin." And with that, Mr. Creature reached into his bag. Let's see what he's got. Then he pulled out a tattered file. "First we meet Keith, a hungry young lad. Snacking on glue was a habit he had. He ate so much glue, no amount was too much, and he started to stick to all he would touch." See his hands? Everything's getting sticky.
Soon, no one could find the boy underneath all of the objects that stuck to poor Keith. Peyton's huge backpack fell over and a dozen glue sticks rolled out. Mr. Creacher looked very unhappy. Have you heard about Sarah? She crammed all her stuff inside of her desk, but enough was enough. Her desk was so full it started to shake. It rattled and lurched like a minor earthquake. Kids ran for their lives and the teachers threw fits, and then Sarah's desk blew itself into bits. Look at all the stuff she has inside her desk. Amanda passed a note to Luke, but Mr. Creacher snatched it from her hands. Kylie, the artist, who was always the best, was always drawing when she should be taking a test. A dragon she drew looked so real it blew smoke. The children suspected it might be a joke. But the dragon on paper then leapt from the page. It tore through the room in a flame-throwing rage. Are you not yet convinced? Did I notice a yawn? In case you're in doubt, do let me go on. He's got the note up there and the kids are down below, scared. Listen up, have you heard of the Daydreamer Zack? His mind wandered off while he took out his snack. So he failed to see the open cage door and he simply ignored little tracks on the floor. And no one else noticed in time to shout, freeze, that the sandwich he held was of hamster and cheese. Ew, he almost ate a sandwich with hamster. Luke jumped when he felt a nibble inside his shirt pocket. Mr. Creacher opened another file. Kate always carried her backpack with pride and made a great place for her monkey to hide. Now everyone knows the no pets allowed rule. When her monkey escaped, it wreaked havoc at school. Then the children all thought they should bring a pet too. And soon the school was a mess, and it smelled like a zoo. Gavin quietly tied Amanda's shoelaces together. Mr. Creacher scowled, then continued. Now this impish fellow, whose nickname was Hank, was like most little boys and loved a good prank. He brought in a guppy to liven the class, but in days it grew teeth that could chomp right through glass. It wouldn't stop growing. Its skin became dark. Now Hank really wished he'd not brought in a shark. It's like everything that could go wrong, huh? Mr. Creacher paused and gazed upon the silent room. Then he reached into his case one last time. And last we have Chris, a mischievous sort, with a fondness for thieving, I'm sad to report. It seems the poor boy liked to dress for his treats, trick for his treats, dressed like a monster. He scared kids for sweets. Now look, he's dressed kind of like our substitute. But then he stole candy from a magical gnome. Now the trick was on Chris. He could never go home. Never? Amanda gulped. Why? Whispered Peyton. When he took off his costume, Chris saw the gnome's curse. He had 7 green legs and something much worse. A note explained how, for the rest of his days, he'd teach other children about wicked ways. Till he repaid his debt, a creature he'd be, and by now you should know, that monster is me. He looks sad, doesn't he? Cool, said Luke. I'm sorry, Mr. Creacher, said Amanda. You're the best substitute ever, said Gavin. Mr. Creacher spied the clock on the wall. It all happened here, half a century ago, at this very school. I thought you should know. Goodbye and good luck. My time here is done. I leave you a gift. For each there is one. The students of Miss Jenkins' class thanked Mr. Creacher for the candy and promised to never torment their teacher again. Then Mr. Creacher was gone. Outside, Mr. Creacher looked in his case and saw that he had one last piece of the candy he had stolen so many years ago. He just needed someone to give it to. Then he noticed a small old man nearby who wore a funny, familiar hat. Mr. Creacher quietly slipped the candy into the man's pocket. As the substitute creature walked slowly down the windy street, he noticed a sweet smell in the autumn air. It was a smell he remembered from long ago. His tentacles tingled as the smell pulled him forward. The world started to spin around him. He began to run to a small house at the end of the street. And if you can't see, he's turning from a creature back into a little boy. There, his bike was still leaning by the step, and his dog was still waiting on the lawn. Everything was as if he'd never been gone. Chris was home, and he was just in time for a Halloween treat. Isn't that funny? Cookies shaped like the creature. All right, so anyway, that's a funny book. Has a small lesson about maybe not tormenting your teacher or making things difficult for her or him or your substitute, whichever. But it's funny. So, Substitute Creature by Chris Gall. All right. So, now we're going to sing a favorite song, and we're going to sing a shorter version of it, The Wheels on the Bus. So, you know the wheels on the bus go round and round, right? So, there's all the different parts of it. We're going to skip a few of them so that we can get to our next book. All right? So, here we go. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. Now we're going to skip to the babies. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 wah. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 all through the town. The mommies on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The mommies on the bus go shh, 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 all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. All right, thank you for singing with me and doing the motions. So that's a song you can do whether you're 2 or 12, however old. And parents and caregivers with babies, you can set them on your lap and kind of help them do the motions too. Get them involved. All right, let's do our next book, and then I'll share some of my other favorites with you. So our next book, it's called Teachers Rock by Todd Parr. And it's a great book that tells us all the cool things about teachers that we love. There we go. I love my teachers because they love coming to school, and they make you love it too. Everybody's happy and smiling because they've got great teachers. Teachers help you learn new things. You've got math problems, science, you've got maybe show and tell, lunch, and a spelling bee. Teachers encourage you to be creative. They help you find new talents. You've got music, art, sports, all kinds of cool stuff. Teachers read to you. They play games with you too. There we go. Got sports going on. Teachers are always willing to help students in need. Sometimes teachers make you laugh. Sometimes they make you feel better. Teachers let you share all your favorite things. Show and tell. Teachers make the classroom a great place to be. They make sure students have everything they need. That definitely sounds like teachers. Teachers help you make new friends. Teachers have lots of celebrations, so you can see all the different holidays that you might celebrate in your classroom, whether it's Halloween or Valentine's Day, or pajamas, or anything else, birthdays. Teachers make you yummy snacks. They take you on field trips. Teachers love when your families come to visit. Teachers can be just like you and me, brushing their teeth, making food, getting their clothes ready for bed, and taking a sleep at night. Teachers encourage you to try your best. Most of all, they love to see you succeed. And here's a note from our author. Teachers are very special. They help you learn new things and they take care of you. Don't forget to thank them every day. The end. Love, Todd. That's a great book. Just really covers all the cool things and all the wonderful things that teachers do every single day. All right, so Teachers Rock by Todd Parr. Now before we say goodbye, I wanted to share with you a couple of other books that you can check out at our library that are also really fun to read. There's Miss Bindergarten, has a Wild Day Kindergarten, and this is by Joseph Slate. And this book is actually a series of books about Miss Bindergarten and her kindergarten class. And if you're a teacher, you can relate, and if you're a student, you probably have had some of these things that Miss Bindergarten has happened to her in your class too. All right, so then we also have Hooray for Diff'n'Doofer Day. So this is a Dr. Seuss book with some help from Jack Prelotsky and Lane Smith. It's rhyming, it's lots of fun. There are lots of words in it though. Just show you one. Great illustrations, it's really funny, and it talks about how special the Diff'n'Doofer school is. All right, so let's go ahead and say goodbye, and remember to thank your teacher today. Okay. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. See you next time.